John, before we actually go to our break, we do have a caller online. We'll get to her, and then when we come back, we're going to jump into some power of attorney and trust commentary, I guess, discussion. But caller, go ahead with your call, please.
I'm calling. I'm an old fella, and I got 2 sons, and I want to leave the house to them, and I was trying to find out about a revocable living trust and how to go about doing that.
Yeah, so I see here on the board that you're in Ashford, Alabama, which is a little bit different than Florida, obviously. Y'all do have some beautiful beaches, just not as many of them as us, right? But I believe that most of the states are similar. So I'm going to give you what we would do here in Florida. And what we can do is, if this is something you would like to follow up on, we can certainly give you a reference to an Alabama lawyer or talk with you a little further if you've got some Florida contacts that we can bring jurisdiction into it here. But yes, if you just have 2 sons, you're not married at this point, what we can do is a lot of different things. One I'll throw out there is called an enhanced life estate, which is where you still keep the house, but when you pass, you would leave it to them specifically. It's also called a ladybird deed, is a real pretty name for it. But then as far as the trust goes, you can actually use that type of enhanced life estate, a ladybird deed, to keep possession of your house, manage it how you want, and then once you pass, it will then go into a trust. And at that point, you have kind of control over, like we said, with kind of your principles, your legacy on how you want this house to be either kept in the family, whether you want it to be split up if they want to sell it, whether there'll be conditions on kind of what they do with it. So that's what a trust can do. But that is a good question. That's a great way to kick off what's going on here. But yeah, I think Alabama usually has most of the same things we do, but we would want to get specific
Well,
to
I know
that.
there's a difference in the homestead exemption law as well. And so, Fred, that would be something very specific. But we'll be glad to make a referral to you and kind of give you some guidance for an Alabama attorney who can navigate that.